It's a Fireside Chat, y'all.
Welcome back to another Fireside Chat where we bring casual technology conversations to you. With us, I've got Lee Jolly, Solutions Architect, and we are talking formerly OpenDNS, now Cisco Umbrella today. So give me an overview. What is Cisco Umbrella and why would you want it?
Yeah, Cisco Umbrella is just a really cool security tool, and it's something that is very easy to deploy and has just a lot of features, and it's just something that I think that any of our customers could definitely get value out of instantly.
So it's really a security tool is what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like, from what I've heard, it's something that's super easy to deploy, and you get a lot of value out of it right from initial deployment. So what are some of the features that come with OpenDNS or Umbrella, Cisco Umbrella?
Right, well, to really understand what Umbrella can do, if you just kind of step back and take a look at what it's doing behind the scenes, how this is actually operating, it'll start to make more sense. Okay. So traditional malware, spyware, botnet filters are usually applied at the firewall, and all traffic passes through the firewall. It will do some deep packet inspection or look at the packet to find out if there's malware in it. That device will have signatures often, or we'll have some cloud-based connection to see if this is valid and legit traffic or not, and that it's allowed through or not. That is the model that most people do. Where with Cisco Umbrella, what they're finding is that when these threats are within your network, they have to use DNS to find out where to go, where to send this information, or for command and control. And so DNS is just basically catching it on the name resolution. As this infected computer, for example, is going out to the internet, it has to resolve a name, and OpenDNS and Cisco Umbrella basically collects all this information from all of its users and is able to say that that's a legit site or not a legitimate site. And it's able to basically block traffic instantly if it recognizes that that is something that your user shouldn't be going to. So knowing that architecture, it kind of helps to figure out what you can do with OpenDNS. Basically anything name related, so you can do URL filtering. Just it's a common solution just to get rid of your old URL filtering appliance that might be inline. OpenDNS can do this, and it's just cloud-based and really easy to deploy.
Okay, and so that's one feature, URL-based featuring. I think what you kind of brought up is it's done through name resolution. So anything related to what a client is looking for out there on the internet. Mm-hmm. OpenDNS is going to have visibility, or Umbrella is going to have visibility to that and be able to make decisions whether it gives you a blocked message, whether it sends it to a scanning solution, whether it says send it through.
Right.
And so I guess we talked a little about URL filtering. What other things does OpenDNS or Umbrella offer?
Right. So in the deployment models, you can deploy virtual appliances and agents that sit on each laptop or endpoint that your clients might have. So what you're able to do is you're able to get that sort of protection against malware anywhere they are. So traditionally, if your clients are behind your firewall, that traffic that's going through the firewall is inspected. Right. But if they are at home or at Starbucks and do this, they're basically using their DNS servers, and they're going anywhere they want, and they're free from your firewall, and they can get infected remotely. Then bring that laptop into your network, and then you have to try to stop that east-west or catch it as it's trying to send out the firewall. Where with OpenDNS, there's, and Cisco Umbrella now, there's agents which can reside on the client device itself and basically proxy the DNS requests. So no matter where they are, they could be at home, they could be at anywhere they want, basically, and they're going to go through your same profiles and your restrictions for URL filtering. They're going to prevent malware. They're going to make sure that they're not going to sites that they shouldn't be. Anywhere they are, you basically get to control your equipment.
Got it. So it really does extend that security perimeter. So if somebody takes a device from inside the organization where you've got firewall and other traditional filtering capability, take it outside, they take it home, they take it to a Starbucks, they're mobile, that same policy is going to apply to them wherever they go.
Right, exactly the same.
Okay, awesome. You mentioned the appliance. So there's agents that run on the machine, and that talks directly to the OpenDNS or Cisco Umbrella Cloud. For larger organizations where they may have an on-premise Active Directory infrastructure, there's an appliance. So can you tell me a little bit about the appliance and how it's used and why you deploy it?
Sure. So with your traditional setup right now with DHCP and DNS at your enterprise, your DHCP server is giving you DNS servers to use for name resolution, and usually those are your typically Active Directory servers that have DNS running on them. With the virtual appliances, you would spin up VMware OVFs, basically a very easy appliance to spin up, which you point to your internal DNS servers, and it already knows the DNS servers of the Cisco umbrella servers. So basically, you would change your DHCP addressing to get those virtual appliance IPs instead of your AD servers, and those handle the DNS resolution for you. So when you need to request the name of a server, if it's internal, it's going to hit that virtual appliance. Your virtual appliance is going to point to your AD servers, get the name, and return it to you.
Okay.
If it's external, it's going to take that request and send it to Cisco Umbrella and validate whether it's a go, no go to get there, and then return that. So what it does for you, though, is it gets you extra information. So if we just pointed the DNS directly to the AD servers, everybody would look like they're coming from one site. You don't have any other information about the traffic, basically. Where with the virtual appliances, you start to get more granular information about the machines, because it collects the IP information, basically. It'll say, this IP address tried to do this. So instead of just getting a block, you get information. This computer tried to do this, and you get to allow it or not allow it based on that information.
And does it also give you user information? So this user, this computer, that kind of thing as well?
There's another piece to that. So again, the appliances spin up very easily. The extra piece is just an agent that gets installed on your AD server, which maps that IP address to a name. So with that third little level, you get the extra information to actually map it to a real name, and you can say, Sean Barr was trying to go to X, or this machine is infected and is sending information to this other site.
Nice, nice. And so, so with the agent and the virtual appliance, you get some additional information down to the user level.
Right.
That's awesome. And then, from a configuration standpoint, this is all cloud-based, right? Web interface. Is that a little bit? Tell me a little bit about the management interface.
Yep. Just like all the newer apps, it's web-based, which is great. Nothing for you to maintain locally on site. But as far as the management, it's one of the new, clean, slick interfaces that you really do like to use. I mean, a lot of the other applications that do this are just kind of a pain to figure out what's happening. Like, I want to see what's happening on my network, and it's just difficult to get there. Whereas this, it's just very easy dashboards, and it's just intuitive interface to use, just to whitelist, blacklist. It's very easy to see what's going on in your network.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, from the sounds of it, with OpenDNS or Cisco Umbrella, you really get a lot of feature functionality at a very easy to deploy, easy to manage type of solution. Is there anything else that you would say that is key in the solution? Anything else?
Well, it's the only one that does all of this that I know of it, and it's as far as the way I see it, it's like basically a no-brainer for the company, and that we've seen deployments of the legacy models so often, and we've seen failures of it, even in high availability designs. We've seen the devices not act like they're supposed to act.
Right.
Something's supposed to fail open and let traffic pass if the device dies, and it doesn't. And as an engineer, you're sitting there with this device that's kind of transparent to the flow of traffic and just trying to figure out what's happening.
Right.
But with something like Cisco Umbrella, it's name resolution. If you get name resolution, you're good to go. Traffic isn't passing through it. You're not wondering if my security appliance is somehow altering my traffic somehow.
Right.
It just is a name resolution. So
That's awesome.
From an administrative point of view, it's just nice knowing that you're getting all of this value, getting this information about what's going on in your network. It didn't take you much time at all to deploy. It's easy to administer, great reporting. I just can't see why you wouldn't use it, honestly.
Awesome. Well, with that, I appreciate you being on, and thanks for giving us an update on OpenDNS.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, with that, Cisco Umbrella, it's easy to deploy. Virtual appliance, whether it's an agent, whether you're in the office or out of the office, you can get pervasive protection for URL, anti-malware, and it's easy to manage and deploy. If you have any suggestions or questions, you can email us at firesidechat@lookingpoint.com. Thanks for watching.
It's a Fireside Chat, y'all.